Mark will be here soon. I can see him online now. One heart showing spades. One no trump, a weak no trump. Hello and good afternoon to you, Mark.
Hello, Roland. I just have to do something with Philip Cronier, who's with me at the moment, and then I'll be able to join you in full. But I'll keep my right eye poised on the screen whilst I sort out something with Philippe.
Okay. Yeah, not the most exciting of contracts, and one no trump will not be the contract, it appears. So Robson came back in with a tech-out double. He does have both majors, and no Souths do have a heart fit. East-West don't have a fit in spades, however, they have a fit in clubs. Outbid. Right, so two hearts it is. Now East-West could make three clubs easily enough, with a club looser, a diamond looser, a heart looser. Very close to 10 tricks in clubs. How about two hearts? Forrester will have to lose two spades, obviously, and a heart, 3, and a diamond, 4, and a club, 5. So he could well make this, although maybe the defense can set up the diamond ruff. But not now. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, but there's still an issue. It's not clear cut that he will make this, but as I said, East-West can make at least 3 clubs, possibly 4, so that shouldn't be too bad for England. In the other room, North-South were pushed to 3 hearts, so that is the contract in the other room, where we have Simonsen Berg, North-South for Norway, against Gold and Bakshi. East-West were into spades at some point, but North-South bid on to 3 hearts. And that is definitely too high. Question is, how about 2 hearts here? It's not clear. They may be able to take it 1 down if they can play 3 rounds of spades, where West can insert the 7 of hearts, forcing out the ace. Then later Brogeland can get a trump trick with the jack. Yes, that's a possibility, so that they can actually take it 1 down.
Anyway, Roland, I'm back now. I just had to sort something out there with Philippe on behalf of the French Bridge Federation, who are hosting the World Championships in Lyon next year. And let me say that if this turns out to be a poor match, from the commentating point of view, it's entirely my fault, because I was offered a choice of this match or the one between Monaco and I think it's Israel they're playing this round, and I went for England Norway.
This is a good one, no doubt about it. It seems like the ideal venue for bridge, Mark, is that correct?
I am struggling to remember a better venue, Roland. This is really fantastic. Wonderful conditions for the players, lots of space, air conditioning, and as soon as a match is finished they can step outside into glorious sunshine. Lots of cafes where they can catch a snack, a coffee or whatever. I mean, really exceptionally good. And facilities for the people working here on behalf of the European Bridge League are equally good.
Nice to hear. Now back to this. I think that my analysis is correct, that they can oh dear. What's
no, that's
going
all right.
on?
That was me just adjusting my volume control because I had a message to say I'm faint compared to you, so hopefully that has addressed that issue.
Yeah, it improves. I think they can promote a trump trick for West if Brogaland continues spades and a third spade, as I pointed out, to the 7, that will force out the ace. Now Lindquist, when he gets in with the king of hearts, for his partner, I think. Let's see. So it has to be a spade now. And Brogaland will have to insert the 7 for a start. Very interesting defense here. England will gain no matter what, as you see, because, as I said, North-South were pushed, or they pushed themselves rather, to 3 hearts in the other room, and that went 2 down. The ideal spot for East-West would be in clubs and not in spades. East-West were in spades at the other table in 2 spades. That was not the spot. 3 clubs would have been the spot, and that would have been an easy make. Now the 7 of hearts. Let's see. They might have found that defense in the other room since it went 2 down. I haven't been through the play. But it's pretty clear to see the promotion. If you insert, well, even the jack. If you insert the 7 or the jack, you can see the promotion coming. It's actually quite interesting. 7 of hearts, best the Forester can do is to win the ace, play a low heart towards dummy. East goes up with the king and plays another spade. And Brogaland will score a trump trick, and that is the setting trick. The king of diamonds will also take a trick, of course, later. Very interesting board, this. I mean, part scores can be interesting. Don't have to see games and slams all the time.
Do you happen to know, Roland, if the defence we're describing here was the one found at the other table? Because that would certainly be a way to get 3 hearts 2 down, wouldn't it?
Would. I haven't been through the play, but I can do it now. No. They did play two rows of spades, but then they continued clubs. And they gave declarer and ruff and discard, but he still went two down. Let's see. Well, they got the jack of hearts right enough at some point, but it is scored as down two, and the play record shows that it only went one down. A little strange. So I can't tell you, Mark, that they didn't find that defense, and they surely didn't find the defense here. Because now Forrester can make it if he guesses the hearts. Can also take a diamond finesse first, of course. Diamond to the jack will also work. Well, I wouldn't say he can make it easily, but he can make it. I think he's still okay because the king will drop under the ace now. So Brokeland will only get his king of diamonds from here, and the contract makes. So a nice pass score swing for England. 100 plus 110, that's 5 imps in this top match against 8. Between 8 and against 6, that is. And Mark, if you can hear me, am I correct that the top 7 will qualify for the Bermuda Bowl next year, provided that France is among the top 6?
Yes, that's as I understand it, because France will play automatically as the host nation.
Yes, that's what I think. So number 7 will also advance, provided that France advances, of course, but that looks likely. They've been playing very well.
Did you happen to see, talking of France, Roland, the really brilliant hand played by Benedict Cronier yesterday evening in the last match, last women's match of the day, on the very last board number 32?
No. I did something else last night. Well, I was online, but no, I did France against Israel.
Right.
And in the Open Series.
France, but the wrong table.
Yeah. That was our voice match, you know, yesterday, France-Israel. Oh, by the way, talk about France-Israel in that match. You may have heard about it, how Tang made his spade contract off the Ace-King of Hearts.
I did not.
Oh dear. So he was off, he had a 9-card fit in hearts, a side suit, right? He was off the Ace-King of Hearts. No way to get rid of them. But he tried the Queen of Hearts from the dummy, Queen 10-9 to 5, opposite his Jack to 4, and caught East with King thirds, you know. And then you can guess what happened.
Oh, I could guess the rest, yes. Oh, well, I'm sure that someone will innocently write that hand up for the Daily Bulletin.
Yes, and I'm tactful not to say who covered the Queen of Hearts, which could never be right on the auction, even if partner had Jack X. That will only hold it to 12 tricks. Okay, let's concentrate on this board. 1 heart, 2 diamonds, 3 hearts, weak. This is how weak you can be nowadays when you race to the 3 level. Doesn't promise anything other than 4 hearts. At least you have some shape. Robson has a good hand after his partner's vulnerable overcall. He's the one looking at the singleton heart and 4 card support for diamonds. So he'll do something now. The only question is what? Fitbit of 4 clubs isn't really ideal, is it? The club suit is too weak.
It's very hard to get to 3 no trumps after East's 3 hearts.
It is, yeah. The only way to get there is for South to double 3 hearts, which wouldn't be penalties, that would be takeout. But that would promise spades, so that's why he didn't double. If he had doubled, Forrester would bid 3 no, and that would be a make, obviously, with 6 diamonds, 2 hearts, and the ace of spades. How about 5 diamonds? Well, in 5 diamonds, you must lose a spade. You must lose a club. And can you negotiate the rest? I think you can. Yes. When tops are 2-1, you don't have a problem. Indeed, you can make it. If you play on clubs early, perhaps you can even make an over trick. Is that a missed lamp?
No, I don't think so. Try making 6
No.
on a spade lead.
Now, of course, you can't make it on a spade lead. You can't make slam. But on a heart lead, if you play clubs early, you find ace king third of clubs, so you can set up that suit easily enough.
Well, the idea of playing the side suit before trumps is one that Terence Rees advocated very, very strongly. Very rare for it to be the wrong thing to do.
Yeah. Now, when I said that they can make a slam on that lead, I didn't suggest that they would bid a slam. Obviously, he territorial tricks now, and will. Spade switch is too late now.
Do you think, Roland, there is any case for South to do more than 5 diamonds? Could he bid 4 hearts, for example, or is he not quite strong enough for 4 hearts?
He could. Yeah, yes, he could. Absolutely, he could. But would that encourage Forrester with 3 little spades? I'm not sure. He could also bid 4 clubs, which must be natural with a diamond fit, right?
Yes,
but I don't.
Andrew wrote a very good book about partnership bidding, where one of the many ideas he expounded was the idea of the fit jump and the fit non-jump.
Yes, this would be a fit non-jump, but I think he wants a better suit for that, like Ace Jack 10 or the like.
Yes, I agree with you completely.
So neatly played here by Forrester, taking his pitch now, roughing a heart and setting up his club suit. He knows East has Jack-9 of clubs. He knows the E-ace will fall now. Remember, he played a club to the 8, forcing out the king, so East was marked with Jack-9. And tricks it is. In the other room, the Norwegians bid 3 no trumps. Of course, so make with 9 tricks. Backshares West open a no trump. And then North-South got in and got to 3 no. So 1 club is 2 plus clubs. 1 spade denies a 4-card major. They play transfer responses. Very light response, but that's quite normal when you play transfer responses, especially non-vulnerable, because partner can't really hang you. And nice agreement by East-West. The 1 no trump should be natural in the sandwich position. I don't think you can do without your natural 1 no trump on defense. How about you, Mark? Do you agree with that? That 1 no trump should be natural?
Yes, I do, Roland. I recall that Larry Cohen, who of course did some commentating for us earlier in the tournament, he has a wonderful internet site which covers a wide range of bridge topics, and this is one of the areas that he covers, and he makes the very good point that in the modern era, because opening bids are very light and responses are extraordinarily light, that you really need 1 no trump to be available to show a good hand, because otherwise you'll find that you will be robbed blind.
Exactly. They open on 9-10 counts, they respond as we see on 3 counts, and trying to talk you out of your vulnerable game. And East-West will indeed bid game. They'll get to 3 no. They haven't made it yet, I know, but they probably will, because Lindquist will know that Forrester is right. Take the right view in spades. King of hearts is onside. He doesn't expect the king of diamonds to be onside, but it is. You could argue, of course, Mark, that East is a bit light for 1 no trump with a 4-3-3, poor 15. But get in.
Well, the question you need to ask yourself is this, I think, as East-West. Suppose the bidding goes, and would if East doesn't bid immediately, it'll go 1 club, pass, 1 spade from this particular north, pass, 1 no trump, and that'll get back to East. And the question is, will East then feel obliged to bid? Now, sure, if you play that a double is a full value bid, then you won't have a particular problem. But you might not have that agreement. So I think in general terms it's a good idea to express your hand at the earliest possible opportunity.
Yeah, I don't think East will get in at all. He won't get the opportunity. If he passes and Robson bits 1-0 trump, I think Forrester will pop it out into 2 diamonds.
Right. Yep, good point. You'd easily do that. And then where are you on the East-West cards? Well, of course, West. Broggiland is a very, very inspirational and aggressive player. He might find a double of 2 diamonds because he has both majors, but we'll never know.
You're most welcome to ask questions. Here's one. What strength do you recommend for a 1-0 trump overcall? I was taught 16-18, but now it seems to be even 14-18. Well, I play 15-18. Yeah, up to 18. 16-18 is okay. 15-18, so.
Suppose North-South were playing more conventional methods, but not including a weak no trump. So the bidding started a club pass a diamond from North, which I would certainly do, particularly at this probability. East pass off 1 no trump, and then it's very hard for East-West to get into the bidding. I think North-South would seal the pot there.
Indeed. Now, in the other room, North didn't respond. He passed 1 club, so now it was easy for East-West to get to 3 now. Mark, by the way, can I ask you to take a DBO sound off, if you remember how to?
Yes, right click on the...
No, just click on options, force button from the left top there, options, and just click sound, and then it will disappear.
Right, is that what you wanted, Roland?
Well, exactly. Otherwise we can hear the clicks every time the card is played.
Ah, right, yes, okay. That I'd completely forgotten about.
So Lindquist perfectly happy to lose tricks to South. He knows his home, obviously, because he finds certain tricks. 4 spades, 4 hearts, and the ace of diamonds. So it's only a matter of over tricks here. There's another question from a spectator. What would you lead us South? Partner can't have much, but maybe long diamond. Well, that's a good point. So maybe there's a case for the Jack of diamonds. Not sure. I think I would have led the spade myself.
Well,
Nothing would.
I don't see much future in a diamond because you know partner has very little. realistically, your chance of beating this contract is probably zero, because aside from anything else, Declarer is always going to play you for all the relevant cards. But I would go for a club. Normally I would try and find a passive lead here. I think your best chance to beat the contract will probably be if you can score, say, 3 club tricks, the King of Hearts, and maybe something in the wash. I would say your chance of beating this was probably less than 10% without seeing the opposing hands, but I think the club is the one that would give you the best chance. At match points, you're really just trying to find the lead that will give nothing away, and I might well go for a diamond at match points.
Yeah, but even a club wouldn't have helped here. The Declarer would go up with Miss Jack, and then his king is still...
I think he'd make 11 tricks on the club lead, wouldn't he, Roland?
Yeah. Right. So he'll take 10 here, not much of a swing. We don't have the result from the other room yet, but David Go is going to make his 3-note trump contract. He actually got a club lead, would you believe? And he did, because he had King 9, so he had to win the trick, of course, because he plays south for the Queen of Spades. So, here we are very close to slam. The only problem is that we are off 2 aces. So the trick here is to keep out of slam. Stay out of slam. Not a good idea to be there when the opponents had 2 cashing aces. 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 diamonds. Now 2 diamonds is equivalent to 2 clubs. I mean, force, suit, game forcing. Part of the XYZ convention, very popular in USA, maybe not so in Europe, where most people use 2 clubs as the game forcing force suit. Now for the Norwegians, 1 spade already promised an unbalanced hand. So West would normally have 4, 6 in spades and diamonds on this auction.
Yes, in Akol land, of course, Roland, they bid 2 clubs, but a lot of Akol players still play that 4th suit at the 2 level is not game forcing. It has to be 4th suit at the 3 level for it to be game. Whether that's a sensible idea is hard to say, but I think it's gradually becoming more common for 2 clubs to be treated as a game forcing bid.
Danger looming here. Oh dear. You see? So 4 clubs agreed diamonds and was a cubit. And you really... Oh, yeah. Well, that's the last chance of going plus, isn't it? Passing 5 hearts. Oh, and 5 spades. The famous 5 spade bid, asking partner to bid 5 no to get out. I thought that was it. Yeah, it is. How often do we see that? Very rarely. Five spades says, partner, we are off two aces. Bid 5 note club, please. When did you last see that, Mark?
I last saw that in a book I was reading, actually, Roland, about 30 years ago.
Yes, I'm asked.
I remember seeing it at the table.
Does anyone actually play that? Yes, indeed, and here we see it. I did it yesterday, a spectator tells me. Wonderful. Perfect spot. 5 note clubs.
Should be playing here in Budapest, obviously.
Wonderful. We don't have enough keycards, partner. Please bid 5 note clubs. I like that. Now, I'm asked, and maybe Mark will tell me, if he knows, of course. I'm asked, why is it better to play 2 diamonds as 4th suit rather than 2 clubs? Because I don't have the answer.
And to be honest, neither do I. But luckily I have somebody in the room who hails from the other side of the pond. I'm going to ask them because they may have the theoretical answer.
Then you can get out in 2 diamonds, that's true. If you have that available, you can bid 2 clubs as a puppet to 2 diamonds and pass 2 diamonds. Yeah, that's probably the idea behind it. But it doesn't matter if you 2 clubs as 4th suit, game 14, you could just bid a natural 2 diamond. Weak. It's true that if 2 diamonds is game 14, you can put some invitational hands in 2 clubs. That's right. 2 clubs as a puppet to 2 diamonds, and then you can bid something invitational. That's true. So maybe it is better.
My advisor tells me that the perceived advantage by those who use it is that it allows for better definition of various types of invitational hand.
East-West should have been partners here. This is a strong no trump. Versus a strong no trump. Now Robson will obviously run. The only question is, will he show it as a 2-suiter or will he run to spades? Sadly, he'll find his partner with 2-2 in the majors. Only a 5-2 fit. However, he does have 5 points. Could have been worse. Right, so two hearts is probably a transfer. So he gave up on hearts and just transferred to his spade. And no one has anything to add here. Was suggested by one spectator that he would have passed. I wouldn't. You don't know what that what that double is based on. It could be 7 running diamonds and an ace. Then you would feel silly, wouldn't you? Passing one now. Or 6 running diamonds and an ace. Oh dear. Talking about slams off 2 aces, Golden Bakshi bid 6 no clubs on board 4.
Right, well, they've got to lose the 2 aces first. I mean, you could, in theory, make 6 no trump if the defenders don't cash their aces. I mean, if you
Indeed.
slip something past either the ace of clubs or the ace of spades, you have 12 tricks because the hearts break.
It's true. West is declarer. North cashed the ace of spades on lead. Will have to switch a club now to defeat it. And didn't. He continued spades. So this will roll in. Who said that bridge is fair? The same scenario as last night, kind of, when Kang landed his slam off the ace-king of hearts. Yes, 6 no trump is making. I said that because North didn't switch to a club trick too. So that's been scored now. 13 imps to England. Deserved or not deserved? I'll ask the Englishman. Mark, is it a deserved swing?
No. But bridge is not a perfect game. And so you take the rough with the smooth. But I mean, really, you'd have to say it's a poor effort. Last pair to reach a slam off 2 aces. And I suspect it won't be the only table in this round where somebody bids and makes 6 no trumps.
Could well be. I'll look it up afterwards. Or someone in the audience will do it for me, I hope.
Yeah, I'm told Helmus and Helgamo bid 6 no trumps and went down.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty bizarre not to switch to a club, I'm told, because West showed long diamonds. And he was looking at that nice heart suit in the dummy. So, and after the ace of spades, he could see the king of spades in the dummy. So the only chance of a trick must be a club. Maybe he would have figured it out. Now I'm told that South should have made a suit preference signal after the ace of spades. Well, poor man, he only had 2 spades.
Ah, well, of course.
and,
I mean,
and
in
8.
the old days of coffee
Yeah.
housing, South would drop a card on the floor, and to save time, of course, he would then announce to the table, it's just a low spade, partner.
Yeah, I've seen that in books. Lovely. Oh, we have to make a correction there, because East was declarer, wasn't he, in 6 no trump. So a spade was led to the ace. Indeed. So no suit preference signal possible. It was just the 8 of spades to the ace. But maybe North should still figure it out, after West has shown long diamonds, remember. He had shown 4-6. 4 spades, 6 diamonds.
Yes, well, you could argue it like this, couldn't you, that South is very unlikely to be leading a spade away from the king against this type of thing. So when you see the he jumped to 6 no trump, so we can mentally place the king of spades with East. We see the threatening diamonds. We can't do anything about those. If partner has a heart trick, it's unlikely to run away, and therefore the safe card is a club. So I think you can do it by a logical process of elimination, but of course I'm sitting here in the comfort of my office, and poor Mr. North is sitting down in a BBO studio with hot lights, and how many spectators do we have at the moment, Rowan? Probably 1,000 or so, hanging on his every card.
We have 1,400, yeah. Not nice to be on Vugraph with 1,400. You don't find the defense. By the way, I know that Slam was bid and made at 4 tables, bid and not made at 11. There you go.
So if we were in Parliament, it would be a case of the noes have it.
That's right. Absolutely. Would you double with Robson's points, I'm asked. Well, in fact I wouldn't. And I'll tell you why I wouldn't. I wouldn't because I know that my partner is so weak that he would take out. So I would defend. Hopefully West doesn't have a 5-card major where he can transfer. And I know that I can beat 1 no trump, or most likely beat 1 no trump. Are you with me there, Mark? I'm too strong to double.
Alas, I fear I'm not, Roland, because I wouldn't expect my partner to remove 1 no trump double, despite his miserable collection. And part of the reason is because when you double 1 no trump, this was a strong no trump, wasn't it? You should have a pretty good hand, and particularly you'll have one of 2 types, either one with a very good lead, or one with so many high carded you're optimistic even if partner has a dreadful hand, and let's face it, you know he can have very much. So 3 points in context is quite a lot. So I mean, it's a partnership matter, but I remember in the days when I played bridge, which I haven't done for some considerable time now, that I'd have been quite happy to double, and I know my regular partner Richard Winter would have just passed quite happily, and well, would we have collected a plus score? I'm not sure we would. How many tricks can we get? 3 hearts?
Yeah.
3 clubs, 6 and a diamond? Well, maybe we get it 1 down. And 1 down's good bridge, isn't it?
Yeah, would your partner never take it out if he had a Yarborough and a 5 or 6 card suit?
Ah, if he had a Yarborough, he would be very nervous.
Yeah.
If he had a 5 card suit, he might consider bidding, of course. But on this particular hand, I think he'd pass. But I'm sympathetic to your point of view. I mean, isn't that part of the fun of bridge? We don't have to agree on every single thing.
No. Until maybe they can't double 1-0 trump because it's artificial. They could have, because double by south would be either the majors or 18 plus, an 18 plus hand. So yes, Robson could have doubled. But we'll never know what Forrester would have done. I mean, he would assume majors, of course. What do you think he would have done? We will never know.
Equally, we could thank our lucky stars that the contract isn't 1-0 trump doubled, because suppose South had led a top heart, right? Well, actually, he could partly solve his problem. What he would want to do is try and get some sort of signal, if he can, from North. But it's not clear what he should switch to at trick 2, is it? And it would need to be, would it not? Maybe it doesn't matter, I'm not sure. Does he need to switch to a club at trick 2 to beat 1-0 trump doubled? I mean, say you lead a top heart and switch to a spade, declare wins the queen and knocks out your ace of diamonds. Well, I guess you can just play another spade. Well, no, I'm not sure you can, because you'll get end played to lead into the king of clubs.
That's what happened in the other room. South switched to a spade after a top heart, to the jack and queen, and then you could set up spades. So it went 1 down. Now I'm asked, what is considered better by your standards, double, a penalty, 1-0 trump, or something else? Well, it depends on who you ask. Now you ask me. If you're he would say, I want my penalty double. If you ask me, I say, well, you don't often have a penalty double when the opponent's a strong no trump. So I use double for something else. I play what's known as Wolsey in America, multi-landy in Europe, where double shows a 4-card major and a longer minor. How about you, Mark? Do you have a preference there?
Well, I played double was for penalties of a strong no trump, and actually I remember the last time my partnership made a penalty double of a strong no trump was in the playoff of the Spring Fours between the winners of the Northern and Southern Heats in some far distant year. It was against Sandra Landy and John Elliott at our table, and that only cost them 1,400 points. So that was a good time to do it for the last time.
Yeah. I know that Forrester Robson and Golden Bakshi, by the way, are big fans of a double for the majors. Yes, that's also a way of playing it, but they have the strong option also included, any 18 plus hand. You know, different people, different ideas. Some like two clubs to show the majors. You can play all kinds of defences to one no trump. Last I saw, David Stevenson on his website had 109 different defences to one no trump, would you believe? Did you know that, Mark?
Well, funny enough, I didn't know the exact number, but I knew it was a very big one. I suspect it must be the largest sort of group of conventions to deal with one particular opposing bid. And most of them have some merit.
Absolutely. When I was young, it was popular in some places to play Casino or Kelsey against one no trump. Do you remember those conventions?
I do indeed. Casino was very popular when I was setting out in bridge, but I settled eventually for a sort of a version of Astro called Asptro, and that was a sensible thing to play. I mean, remember that most defences to one no trump are predicated on the fact that you're competing for the part score. They weren't especially designed with the idea of bidding games, but obviously you can quite easily when you've got the right sort of hand. You want to be able to show hands with the majors, and you want to be able to show two suited hands, I think, and I personally like to be able to double my opponent's one no trump regardless of its strength for penalties. The secret, as with most areas of bridge, is to play something you're both comfortable with and that you won't forget.
Exactly right. And don't get me wrong, I played double of a strong no trump as for of a major and a longer minor, but I want my penalty double if they play a weak no trump, obviously. So this is also one down, and exactly one down. Robson now taking his two tricks, or with the help from Forrester. Forrester overtakes the 10 of clubs to cash his 9. He didn't know he had two tricks. Robson all played over a weak no trump, double to show the majors. Because I can't see anything about against strong, against weak. No. It's against one no trump. Now here, East-West bid to a nice four-spade contract when South opened a no trump. West bid 2 diamonds, that's the multi-defense to one no trump, showing a 6-card major. North bid 2 no trumps as a transfer to clubs. East bid 3 spades, freely, and was raised to 4. Which is a very good contract after a one no trump opening, where the king of spades rates to be onside. Same may happen.
Could we say, Roland, that if West had held a 6-card heart suit, then he would have been 4 hearts over 3 spades?
Oh yes, 3 spades was partial correct, but East was prepared for that with 4 hearts, obviously. So the same thing happening here, and maybe East can do things similar. Bid 3 spades, I'm happy to play three spades if you don't have too much strength, partner. I'm willing to go to four hearts if you have hearts. I think three spades was a very clever bid by David Gold in the other room. If you want to go to game in hearts, sure you should bid three spades. It is suggested that four spades can be defeated after 3 rounds of hearts. Is that right? After the 3rd round of hearts, you'll have to ruff high. That's true. Will that defeat it?
Well,
let's see.
Play a diamond then, wouldn't they? Would declare a play a diamond at that point or not? Diamond,
Yes.
queen and ace, and now another heart.
Yeah.
And again you have to ruff high. And you're struggling a bit then.
You are. So that is the defense, isn't it? It's very tough, but yeah, that is the defense. But how can you find that defense? Because remember, at the other table, East was declarer. How on earth are you going to lead a low heart from the south hand? It's just impossible. No one can find that. So, south at the other table, Berg, had an awful choice of leads against four spades, decided to go for a low trump, which from his point of view was the lesser of evils. What would you have led, Mark?
I don't know. I suppose I lead the movie star lead, the king of clubs. That's no good, is it? One of the hearts goes away. So let's try something based on what we know from the auction. When East bid 3 spades, he was prepared for partner to bid 4 hearts if he had hearts. So I will mentally place him with 3 or 4 hearts. And take it another step further, I'll place partner with a shortage in hearts because I'm optimistic and I'm going to need something pretty special to beat 4 spades, so I'll lead the ace of hearts. Now suppose the partner then drops the king under that. I'll continue with the queen of hearts, and then I play a 3rd heart. I think I'm still just good enough.
Wonderful.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's very good. You're very good, very good. Do you see all 52 cards when you play, Mark? Wonderful.
I only saw them in my head in the days when I did play, but occasionally I thought I could see all 52, but then found that I could only see 51, if you see what I mean.
I see what you mean. Now, the England seniors went off, played by West after South had bid hearts. Then it was easier for North to lead the king of hearts. And now the defense is pretty obvious. And maybe they'll find it here as well.
Right. Oh, great. Led the king of hearts. I just got interrupted by a member of staff returning from a jolly. They do get time off for good behaviour occasionally.
Wonderful. Right. I think Robson will find the defense there. So an encouraging 2 of hearts for a start. 10 of hearts to the queen. if to up the queen. Clever by Brogalan, of course, not to cover. That would put some pressure on Robson.
Yes, maybe. You know, you were saying that 2 was encouraging, Roland. That reminds me of the signals employed by the Marx brothers. You know, the Marx brothers were very keen bridge players.
Oh yeah,
And,
yes.
When someone cut Groucho in a rubber bridge game, they started to discuss signalling. And the man said, how do I signal on your opening lead? And Groucho said, if you like it, smile.
Right. That's actually a video with the Marx Brothers playing against 2 ladies. Cheating they are.
There is actually an ACBL produced video with the Marx Brothers, playing bridge live on American TV. Bridge with Goran, I think it's called. I've got a copy of it somewhere.
Yes, but there's also a video with not so serious bridge where they play against 2 nice ladies. Yeah. I don't think I can find it, but I know it's there, and it's very funny.
Yeah, there's a great black and white movie called, I think it's called Grand Slam, which I've got a copy of, which is based loosely on the life of Culbertson. It's very, very funny. Not at all like real bridge, but it does feature some very good interaction between a husband and wife who fall out playing bridge. Hard to believe.
Well, it's true that you may not have to overtake. Could be right. But now he can beat it for a fact. Yeah, he has the defense now. That he only needs the 8 of spades with partner in order to defeat this. Clever, by the way, to win with the ace of hearts rather than the queen. Trying to create an illusion. Brogalan may be thinking that Norse has the queen for his lead of the king of hearts.
Yes, he might, but South's 3 hearts. Don't you think that argues for the fact that he's probably got 5 of them?
Yeah. And Brogalan didn't believe him. Oh, here is the defense. That's a wonderful hand for you, Mark, if you're going to write about this.
You know, I thought I might just pen the odd word, Roland. So it's very pretty, very nicely done. Very good cooperative. I mean, the secret to the defence was in the bidding, of course, because South's 3 heart bid was the really killing blow.
Yeah. And the crucial card was the 8 of spades. If the Clara had the 8 of spades, he would have made it. So, Mark, we did indeed choose the right match for the BBO 1. We have 1,630 spectators here, and they only have 1,100 at the Helnes Helgemo table for Monaco against Israel.
Roland, I should just let you know, I think, that at the moment, here in Budapest, the film crew are in the office and they are filming part of this live broadcast. Well, I don't know if, whether or not they had their cameras on that last board, but of course they can take shots of that fantastic defence, so you might see it sometime tomorrow on YouTube, which is pretty spectacular. But you said, I think we had, what, 1,600 and something spectators at the moment?
Yes, 1,630.
Right, pretty good. Let me know if we get up to 2,000. Am I right in thinking that we get paid by the spectator?
Yeah, absolutely. €1 per spectator.
Fantastic. I'll send somebody out to buy a bottle of Essentia immediately. They retail at about €1,000 in this part of the world.
Is he going 2 down if Robson covers this? He might as well, since he needs the 8 of spades with his partner. Then his 7 will be promoted, and yeah, then they'll get another trick. That's true. They can take it 2 down, actually. And that would be, of course, be the icing on the cake. Remember that West will have to rough a diamond in the dummy with the 9, and then you have the 7-4 over the 5-3. That would be something. It's true that the Clara could have played it differently for down 1, but it's still spectacular. Now, Mark, make sure you have this for the bulletin. Well, I don't have to remind you. I know you will. Great hand. If you're an England supporter, I'm absolutely neutral. In fact, I'm right in the middle, am I not? Norway and England, Denmark must be right in the middle. Yes. Takes 1.5 hours from Copenhagen to London, and about 1.5 hours from Copenhagen to Oslo. So I'm as neutral as one can be. Well, have you lived in Norway? I'm told. No, I haven't. It's true that I did live in England at some point. Right. But I'm still not biased. I just want to watch good bridge. That was good bridge. Now, 4 hearts was a bit much next door, one has to say, with 3 trump losers and a shaky club suit. One diamond by West, 3 hearts preemptive by East? Or was it invitational because West raced to 4? We had a nice hand, but if 3 hearts is weak, why would you race with your small singleton? It must have been weak. Surely East doesn't have an invitational hand. I haven't looked it up. It must be weak. Actually gambling here. Well, maybe partners' hearts are better than Jack High. But what about 4 spades? That will lose a spade, 2 diamonds, and probably a club. So 4 spades, right. We need to go 1 down, doesn't it? I think it is going down, maybe even 2 on a hard lead. Are you back with us, Mark? Are you busy with the film crew?
Oh, I'm chattering away to the film crew. You'll be able to see it all tomorrow, Roland. It's great publicity for the championships. It's great publicity for Bridge Base Online. And it's just great for the bridge community. But I'll get back to you as quickly as I can.
Okay. Yeah, that would be another spectacular. Now, when West gets in with the ace of spades, to lead a low diamond back to his partner for a ruff. He's not going to do that. Surely not. Or ace of diamonds, low diamond. No way. Yeah, it risked the entire contract for the extra. Absolutely not. Although he may switch to the jack of diamonds, asking for an attitude signal, and partner will give a positive attitude the 10. Well, still too risky. He won't do that. He may play the jack of diamonds, obviously. But he can't know he has 4 defensive tricks. Even if he can catch 2 diamonds, it's not certain that he will get a club trick. That's the thing. I mean, declarer could have the jack of clubs, in which case he doesn't have a club trick. So, it's not out of the question. How, wow, wow. Mark, are you there? Oh dear.
You're happy because he underled his ace of diamonds, aren't you, Roland?
Well, of course you are.
A ruff, is he?
Well, of course.
Yes. And look at that, of course, Roland. His partner put in the 8, so he gets in again with the 10 of diamonds. Oh, no, he doesn't. He can't get ice. He's in 1 small diamond, yes. But pretty nifty, eh? Yes. So still, it's a fun play in working men's clubs of my hometown of Sutton Venger.
Yeah, of course it is.
Merit a mention.
No, of course not.
Just telling the film crew that, the players are amazing because they find spectacular plays that we may have suggested might just be possible. And occasionally they make us look good by following our suggestions. Well, they're doing that in abundance today, aren't they?
Yes. But you would look silly if your partner didn't have the 10, wouldn't you? Where you could take it a natural one down as it is, and then you've just given the contract by underleading your ace, king, queen, jack. It was risky. It might repeat the contract. Remember, Brooklyn didn't know where the jack of clubs was. So yes, risky, but not unreasonable. It's true that you need 2 diamond tricks, so maybe you should play the jack first, and then consider, should I lead the 6 next? This is great. We have a new leader, I'm told. Germany now leading in the Open. We're really lucky with boards in this set. Absolutely great hands. My partner usually signals with the 10 from 10xx if I black, or if I play a higher one, he just discourages with the 10 from 10xx. Wonderful. I don't like diamonds, partner. I played the 10 to show you. Right, and the big hand we have here. Where do we want to be? Do we want to be in a Grand Slam played by West? 7 spades played by West, 7 no trump maybe even? No, not 7 no. Well, guess you can make it. Then you would need the heart finesse, yeah. Well, wow, and Robson got in. White on red with a 2-suiter. Well, you take it from there and see if you can get to a Grand Slam. Surely you'll get to a small slam.
Right. I don't have the convention card in front of me, Roland, but I would guess that 2 no trumps shows spades and diamonds or hearts and clubs. Pleasure. Lovely. So, where would you like to play, Roland? 7 no trumps?
Well, 7 no trumps is, you're right about what you said. Either spades and diamonds or hearts and clubs. Yes, you know, I would actually like to play 7 no trumps, just looking at the East-West cards. Because you have several chances of 13 tricks, don't you? I think, yes. So it must be with the odds to be in 7.
It's even better when South has said he's got hearts and clubs. You've got a pretty shrewd idea where the King of Hearts is.
That's true. Count your top tricks. You have 5 spades, a heart is 6, 3 diamonds is 9, and 3 clubs is 12. So you need a 13th. You could come from clubs. I mean, just looking at the East-West cards with no interference. Could come from clubs, they could break. Could come from diamonds, they could break. And if nothing materializes, you still have the heart finesse. It's a great 7.
So probably we should explain that over West 3 spades, 4 diamonds from North says, if your suits are diamonds and spades, I prefer diamonds, but I promise you that I will have a better fit in either hearts or clubs. That's the principle behind it. Of course, they're quite high at the 4 level, but if, for example, North had bid 4 hearts, that would have said, I prefer hearts to clubs, and I have a better fit in spades or diamonds. But I'm not going to tell you which for the time being. These are very good methods against strong 1 club and strong 2 club openings. Part of a method that was called trap in the United Kingdom, a combination of transfers, Robinson, Amesbury and Panama, 4 different types of defence against a strong club opening, but you can equally well play them against a strong 2 club opening.
Of course, it's true that you can't count 12 top tricks because spades could be 5-0. It's true. Did Sass really bid again? Apparently he did. Wow. He took 2 bits with his hand.
One of the big advantages of bidding 4 no trumps with the south hand is you stop your opponents bidding 4 no trumps to ask for aces.
Yeah. Now they're going for the penalty here, unless they jump to 6 no trumps at some point, which they might do. Brogerland may bid 6 no. Red on white, maybe they won't get enough against 5 hearts.
What exactly did 2 clubs promise initially, Roland?
Well, strong, absolutely.
Wow.
Strong.
I'd have had enough of this by now. I'd have bid 7 no trumps.
It could be a balanced hand, and he probably treated it as a balanced, strong hand. Yeah, 2 clubs has 20-21 in it. So don't you think he treated it as a 20-21 balanced?
If it's 21 balanced, and I got that West hand, I'm sorry, I'm not going to bid less than 7 no trumps.
Well, the card actually says 22 plus for balanced hands. So either it's game forcing with a suit, or 22 plus balanced, and you will still bid 8 no trumps, right, Mark?
I would. And there's a good reason why you should play in no trumps and not in spades, because if you were desperately unlucky and spades were 5-0, you would still have chances to make the contract. You'd make it if either diamonds divided or if club divided.
Absolutely. And after South's action here, you know that the suits won't break for you. You know the King of Hearts is onside. But other than that, you know that the suits won't break. And spades could be 5-0. That's true. Well, I'm asked for a spectator. Oh, here we go. You would have bid that long time ago, Mark. 2 clubs, 2 no trump by South, 7 no trumps, right? Short but sweet.
Well, I just feel relieved that great effort. I have to say, Roland, that I've been very lucky with the matches that I've been allocated so far. I've had some absolutely fantastic bridge.
Yeah. And you know, I did that randomly a few weeks before the championship.
I know this is the daft thing about it, isn't it? You know, it's like sticking a pin in a piece of paper. I mean, you know, I'm just relieved that, you know, we got an exciting match. I wonder what the bridge is like in Monaco versus Israel, which was our alternative match.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, is there a risk that Boyer will finesse the 9 of spades? What do you think?
No, I don't think he will.
No.
He will win the ace of clubs, and he will cash the ace of spades. Right? No need to finesse any nines.
He can cash the ace of spades first in that case. That's right. And then he can finesse the 9 later if it be. That's right. So now he knows he has 12 tricks, and he's pretty certain that the King of Hearts is with Robson. But he'll test one suit after the other. He'll test diamonds first, which he should, in order to retain communications between the hands. But why did he do that? Is that really best? Shouldn't he have tested diamonds first? Because now he's throwing a potential trick away. I know Broglan is a brilliant declarer, so maybe I'm wrong, but personally I would have played diamonds first. Oh, maybe that's the 14th trick. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, sure.
the in practice, the effect of the club lead is that it's reduced some of declarers' options, because ideally what he would like to have done is to finished up in dummy. He'd have clubbed in with the heart in dummy opposite the ace queen, and he can't do that now. But, I mean, he's going to make 13 tricks.
Yeah, it's right. So yeah, no squeeze possible after the club lead. That's true.
Here we are.
So he'll be
claiming now. Yes,
well, we are far behind, I have to say. We've been playing for 1 hour and 40 minutes. 9 boards. The allocated time is 2 hours and 20 minutes playing with screens.
The interesting thing is, Roland, I haven't consciously noticed that they've been slow.
Well, I think they have, but this was pretty quick. And let's see here. And as I recall it, they are pretty strict, the directors at international championships for time violation. Isn't that correct, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely, Roland. Yes, they keep a very, very close watch on things. A very famous story about Andrew Robson at World Championship in Estoril. He was playing in the transnational tournament, and on the last board of a particular match, he was faced with an extraordinarily difficult contract, and he took an eternity to play it, but eventually found a winning line, which meant that he gained 13 imps for him, which was exactly 2 less than the number he was fined for slow play.
Wonderful. Yeah. Okay. So, bidding here. 1 spade double. How much can they take against this? 3 spades. 2 hearts. 5. 2 diamonds. 7. And 2 clubs. 9. Is this 800? It is 800 at least. But it is a difficult set, Mark, because I'm told that 4 other tables are on board 9 and 4 tables on board 10.
Yeah, well, I think he'll do well to get out for 800. He could easily go for 11.
A discouraging 9 of clubs. So Lindquist knows that the king of clubs is with declarer.
I just wonder, it looks so obvious to throw a club, doesn't it? I've just got a feeling that it was a pit diamond, and I'm not quite sure why, because you want to be able to play clubs through dummy's queen, don't you?
Yeah, you still have 2 of them. And it's the same implication, isn't it? When you discourage clubs, it's because you have a card and diamonds.
like this defence. I don't like that. It's not going. It's not going how. It doesn't feel comfortable to me. This.
No, this is definitely not best defence.
This is wrong. They've set up the King of Hearts in dummy. They've set up the Diamonds, Jack in dummy. And East is going to be on play now. And he won't like that very much, will he? So,
no.
This defence has gone awry.
But let's see. What's the best Robson can do now to play a low club? Okay? Yeah.
Yes, I mean, that looks natural, doesn't it? I mean, if he could get to dummy, he'd have been able to pitch a club on the Jack of Diamonds and then pitch another one on the King of Hearts while West ruffed with his natural trump trick.
Now, this was wrong play. Now he's still 800. What he should have done now upon winning the King of Clubs, now your point of the club comes into play, Mark. Because upon winning the King of Clubs, he should have exited with a spade, and that played West. And they wouldn't...
That's the key, isn't it? You need that card. God, this game's too difficult for me, Roland.
Well, we have too many exciting boards, I have to say. Sorry, can't we have a 3-no trump contract with 9 top tricks?
Yeah. Well, who knows?
It is scored as 800, fair enough. But he could have got for 500 as the play went. So the transfer response to one club again, one spade denying a 4-card wager. Double for takeout. Robson may pass. He may be 2-no. He would surely have passed if East-West had been vulnerable. Not so sure now. He may take the money against 2 hearts. Yes, indeed. He knows Pardo doesn't have 4 spades. And he is 4 triples 3. And most likely 2 heart tricks over declarer's ace. Well, I can envisage spade to the ace and a low spade back. How about that? To get 3 spade tricks.
Yes, I can envisage that, but if I'm going to do that, I would have played the ace of spades, not the king.
Obvious. Yeah. Now it won't work. Because Robson wouldn't have underlet the ace. Can they still take it 2 down? It will go down. It's only a question of what. So it should be a good result for England. 3 clubs played in the other room by South. on a 4-3 fit. Blackjee was the only happy player at that table.
The technical issue is looking at the option of the other room. It went to club past a spade, which was another one of these, probably denying a major bids. It might have been a transfer to one no trump. I don't have the system card in front of me. We've only got one printer in the bulletin room, and I'm not linked to it. And then East bid 2 hearts, so it pass, and now North decided to bid 3 clubs. Well, maybe he should have doubled 2 hearts, which would clearly have been a takeout bid. I mean, nobody plays penalty doubles anymore, do they, Roland? And that would have put them in the same situation, effectively, that we have at this table.
It would, yes. I don't think you should bid 3 clubs with that 4-3-3 hand. Right, I'm back. I was away for a second, or a minute or two. got our matches for tomorrow, Mark. I'm happy to see that they actually chose the 4 matches I suggested this morning for tomorrow for the BBO
well
one.
Done,
Yeah.
remarkable. I did actually see them, but I wasn't available at the time because I think I was commentating when they went away to do their prognostications. Normally I'm with them, but not today.
No, but you know, I sent them to you, Jan Kamras, and Simon, right? That's what I did.
And normally Jan, Simon and I have a conference and decide what to do. So we don't always get it right, but we try our best.
You do. And you probably looked at my suggestions as well. Otherwise it would be purely coincidental that it would be the same 4 matches, really. There's so many to choose from. So we'll have Germany on twice tomorrow. We haven't seen them so much, and they're doing extremely well, leading as we speak. Let's see, what do we have here? 1 spade, 3 diamonds. Right. Now East didn't bid at all at the other table. Are you a 3 diamond bidder or not? Mark is probably away. But did they forget Denmark, I'm asked. Well, we may still have Denmark. I'm just talking about our voice matches. Let me have a look.
No, I'm not away, Roland. I'm just, as is usual at this time of day, I'm trying to deal with some recalcitrant staff members, right? And I'm also trying to proofread an offering for the bulletin.
Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, the Danish spectator asking me, did you forget Denmark? No, not at all. We have Denmark on in round 1, round 2, and round 3 tomorrow. The Open twice and the women once. And actually, the women against France will be the featured match, I think, in round 3 tomorrow. So we didn't forget them. Who is the favorite for this tournament? Well, I can name maybe 6 or 7, and they're all up there at the moment. England, Poland, Monaco, Italy, France, Netherlands. Just to name a few. Now, how will 4 hearts? Well, you have to lose a diamond, obviously, and a club, and a heart. And sadly, your spades are not good enough. Or are they? You can set up the clubs, can't you?
Yes, you play to set up the clubs as declarer, don't you? That's the 3-3 club break should come to your rescue.
So maybe it was a good idea that Gold didn't bid 3 diamonds in the other room. Then South would probably double, and they would get to 4 hearts. Now, he kept quiet, David Gold, so South just raised to 2 spades, and that was it. Gold didn't even balance with 3 diamonds. They play intermediate jump over call, so he was unable to bid 3 diamonds. And it's definitely not a hand for a 2 diamond over call. I'm sure we agree that, Mark.
Yes. Certainly not a 2 diamond over call.
And not a 4 diamond over call.
No, well, I mean, one of the objections to overcalling 4 diamonds is that you make it impossible for partner to bid 3 no trumps when that's the right thing to do.
Well, you can't throw all clubs away, sorry, spades away on the clubs. So you had to do something magical to get your 10th trick. Can you do it? Well, there was a possible end play on West, was there not? But not anymore.
I suspect that probably you had to start playing on clubs immediately, developing the side suit before touching trumps.
Yeah. But that's a bit double dummy.
Yeah, I think it is a bit, yes. So, you know, look, he's 1 down. I mean, saving time. I mean, the other problem is, of course, you see they're so short of time, they're having to play quite quickly.
Yes, in the match, Israel against Monaco, Israel leading by 27 with 2 boards to go. Here we have 3 boards to be played. 1 club, 1 heart, and then maybe a couple of no trumps. No, 1 is enough. Yeah, and maybe it is. Although you have an 11 count, you are 4 triples 3. So if your partner can't make a move over 1 no trump, you're probably high enough. Well, the question is, should East have doubled here? What do you think, Mark? I mean, he has a very heavy 1 no trump. His partner opened the bidding. He could have redoubled.
Yes, he possibly could have redoubled. I mean, I suspect it might well still have ended up in... yes, yes. I wonder if you redouble and then South bids 2 clubs, that should, I think, suggest very strongly that you want to play 2 clubs. Because you can't possibly want to play in 1 no... What would they... No, oh, right, yes, no, sorry, I'm misreading the option. North was doubling 1 no trump for money, when if East redoubles, South would definitely bid 2 clubs, wouldn't he? So then you might be back in the same situation. Would East-West then be encouraged to double 2 diamonds in the expectation to go down?
I think they would. Because even if they were wrong, say it made, it wouldn't be game. So you don't have to be that cautious when you double two clubs and two diamonds. I'm asked about our matches in the last round today. Only one more round today, actually, at 4 o'clock Central European time in about 37 minutes. We actually have two voice matches for you. Sweden against France and Italy against Poland. Great matches, aren't they, Mark?
Absolutely. We'll start getting more and more, I think, of these exciting matches as we get nearer to the end, Roland.
Yep. So they're not in time trouble now. They've been playing for 2 hours and 4 minutes, so they still have 16 minutes. Two boards remaining. Let me take this opportunity to thank our brilliant operator, Sol Wagner. He has been brilliant throughout. No errors. Time to talk to the table. Just perfect.
Just heard the official announcement. 15 minutes left from the Chief Tournament Director.
Mm-hmm. And who is the Chief Tournament Director? Is it Maurizio Di Soccer?
Antonio Riccardi.
Oh, Antonio Riccardi, also from Italy. Yeah. With 2 to play in the match between Ireland and Netherlands. Ireland leads by 16. The biggest swing was on board 9 when Bauke Muller went down in 7 spades versus the other room making 6 no trumps. That was a 17-imp swing.
How did he go down, Roland?
How did he go down in 7 spades? I don't know. Al Hollander sent me a private message. Maybe he can hear me. If he can, he will tell. Oh, he says now that he came in after the hand, just saw the score. Now I'm to low hard lead from south. So apparently it was played from the east hand. And a low hard away from the king, you see. Who wouldn't go up with the ace now?
Yes, that's evil, especially if there wasn't any bidding, which there probably wasn't. I mean, not everybody would wander in as Andrew Robson did, although I'm absolutely convinced that Robson's strategy was the correct one. Just didn't work this time. But with no opposition bidding to warn you, you wouldn't dream of putting in the Queen of Hearts.
Oh no, you have so many other chances. That's right. Could he still have made it on a squeeze? Because basically, this was a Vienna coup, wasn't it? A heart to the ace. But maybe he couldn't.
Well, yes, I mean, it would have to be a, see, North was the one with the diamonds, wasn't he? South had hearts and clubs.
I'm told that McGann actually did overcall one heart after Muller's strong club.
Right.
But then probably raised hearts, so he couldn't be sure about the king of hearts. Now action here as well. 3 spades doubled. Indeed, the first bid from Hanlon on that board was 4 hearts after the strong club. 1 club, 1 heart. West bid something and Hanlon bid 4 hearts.
Well,
They all bid hearts, yeah.
so a heart lead, you go up with the ace and you play spades. So you've got 5 spades and the ace of hearts is 6 and 3 diamonds is 9 and 3 clubs is 12. So let's project the ending to the situation where everyone has 4 cards left. Is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. We can take 5 spades, a heart 6 and 3 diamonds is 9. So we'll have 4 cards left, and East will have ace, king, queen, 9 of clubs, and nothing else. And West will have the queen of hearts and a club and a couple of irrelevant diamonds. Now what will South's last 4 cards be?
Well, there had to be 4 clubs, right?
And therefore, it cannot also hang on to the king of hearts.
Exactly. So there was a squeeze.
I don't see how you go, well, he did go down, so there must have been a way, but probably best not to ask him.
Oh? Yeah, probably not. But Muller is a nice man. He won't mind.
Not at all. The professor, charming gentleman.
He hadn't been warned about the clubs, you know, so maybe he tried to rough clubs.
I'm sure that's what he did. He will have drawn trumps and then thought, right, well, unless the clubs are 5-1, I can just rough out the club suit. I have the king of diamonds as an entry. And I've just had Jos Jacobs sitting on my right, busy typing up a match report, confirming that that is exactly what he did. So he was extraordinarily unlucky, in my opinion.
Yes, and so what was Lauria this morning against Russia? He was in a spade slam, and he had a 5-2 fit in diamonds, ace jack 10 to 5 opposite king X. So if he could get one rough, he would have 12 tricks. So he played king of diamonds and diamond to the ace, roughed. Thank you very much. Hearts was 6-1.
Two good points, aren't there, Roland? The first one is that you see the advantage of playing in 7-no trump because you can't be tempted to rough out a suit. But also, if South has advertised a 2-suited hand and you know his suits are hearts and clubs, then you will probably not try and rough out the club suit, unless you know that South is the type of character who would overcall with a 5 and 4 as opposed to a 5 and 5. So
True, but in that case, I mean, you could claim after testing spades to tell well, South. If you have the king of hearts, and you're squeezed.
Yes, that would be classy, wouldn't it?
So this is a very good board for England. Two down. How can that be 11? It's non-vulnerable, isn't it? So it's 300 plus the 200. Well, that's 11 indeed. 300 plus 200. Tom is right. Yeah, they don't have much time to regroup this match. They're going to play again in 25 minutes and they still have one board to play. And the poor commentators won't get much of a rest, will they? The poor commentators. But I love it, and everyone knows I do. So, no problem here. So, on to the last board of the match. I did already thank our brilliant operator Sol Wagner. Thanks to the organisers in Hungary, the Hungarian Bridge Federation and the European Bridge League, of course. Thanks to BBO for providing the platform, greatly appreciated by bridge fans all over the world. Thanks to our listeners from all over Europe and also North America, I assume, for coming this afternoon in Europe. We hope you had a fun time here. And hope to see you back in about 25 minutes for either Sweden, France or Italy, Poland. And thanks to Mark, of course, for his company. I know you're busy, Mark, with the bulletin, so I'm quite impressed that you have time for commentary as well.
Right, well, I'm going to leave this board, Roland, because it looks like a regulation 3-no trumps, and tidy up a few articles and then start working on a report on this very exciting match with a number of brilliant hands by both teams.
Absolutely, and you're back on tomorrow morning, I notice.
Right.
10 o'clock tomorrow. Yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye-bye. Now let's see, can I count tricks and also leave the table? 3 clubs, 2 diamonds is 5, 1 heart is 6, 2 spades is 8, spade finesse on 9. I think I can safely leave and say that this will be a flat board. So England by 19, unofficially, of course. Thanks everyone. I'll be back shortly, and I'll be back for the Italy-Poland match, most likely at the Versace Laurea table, if you want to follow me. If you want to watch Sweden against France instead, you'll get Bill Jacobs and Graham Osborne. I will be with David Bird. Bye for now.